Hey guys, welcome back to Apollo Justice. Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice. Let's begin. Don't despair yet, Justice. Sir? Right, there's something I'd like made clear. Namely, your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Oh, very well, the defendant will amend the testimony. Just one little press, and I've got myself a whole new testimony. Plead silent regarding a murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Okay. I can't imagine Mr. Wright lying in the testimony. Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, just forget to press. Right. I got it. I'm fine. Time to listen to what the testimony again. Two decks of cards. A simple measure to prevent cheating. If you're alternating two decks, no one can slip in cards. Oh, there's something else I notice. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some lines scattered on the floor. Precisely. The cards on the table upon the floor. Excuse me. Each one forming a complete deck. A crime scene painted blue by the sweep of cards. It's poetic, really. We use two types of cards for at the club. One deck red, the other blue. I also recall that you make 5 card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes, a game of hands. Nope. Silence? The defendant has the right to refuse to testify. I haven't forgotten everything about the law. But why? That clearly puts a disadvantage. It is your job to turn it around in our favor, yes? Great. Looks like I don't have enough to do it already. Justice, don't you detect something odd about that testimony? Wait, something he said did ring a little strangely. Just one thing. Now, what was it? When you figure it out, I'd suggest presenting evidence. Evidence is that contradicts the testimony. A contradiction in Mr. Wright's testimony, but why? I better check the court record. Mr. Wright's lying in his testimony, isn't he? Isn't it a little early to be jumping to conclusions? This is your first cross-examination. Take it slow. If you need more information, don't forget the press. Right, I got it, I'm fine. Alright. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but whatever. 2, 3, 4. Oh, nope, I did that already. Gah! One, 2, 3, 4. So you say you didn't touch the murder weapon, this grape juice bottle? Right? So I said. Something the matter, Mr. Justice?
Too bad our new defense attorney never learned how to play dumb.
What's this, Mr. Payne?
I examined the bottle in question, you see, and it was covered in the defendant's fingerprints.
Objection. No need to shout, Mr. Rat. I can hear you from here. Excessive yelling can damage the judge's ears in our case. But what about my cords of steel? Me. Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. Well, that's the point.
Well, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints.
Huh?
By the fingerprints of the murder weapon were upside down.
Upside down? What does that mean?
It means he's holding the bottle inverted, and there can be only one reason for that. Yes, to bring someone with that bottle.
Mr. Gavin, I think I just took a turn for the words.
Oh?
I see no problem, Justice.
Huh?
The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything, you see. Defendant, can you explain the fingerprints on the bottle to the court? I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. For now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case.
Excuse me.
Sorry, guys.
I'm sure the uncooperative, because he's hiding something, there must be a reason.
Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what would that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported?
Well, that's the defendant, Mr. Wright, but still, that...
Really?
Well, yes, according to the case file. The murder was reported from a near scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone.
Near the scene?
Let's take a look at the diagram of the murder scene, shall we? The victim was murdered in a small room in the basement, 2 floors down from the ground level. Of course, the cell phones can't reach reception so far down. The defendant used the stairs in the hallway to go above ground. The call was from the first floor of the restaurant.
I see. And this is the phone that made this call? The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he chose so. Yet he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he's being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. Better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client fair enough for this time being.
Toyed? I assure you no one is more serious about.
What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer's simple, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness.
You are as good as you see you are.
So someone else is in the room the night of the crime? That must mean they witnessed the crime. Everything's up until now has been have been a warm-up, Justice. Are you ready? Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand.
Will the witness state her name and profession?
Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness?
I summarize that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic look of horns.
So we'll use the little hair gel. Relax, people. Have no fear. If any horns point to your direction, this court will cut them off.
You sure?
I swear on my gavel. Please, come on. Isn't violence against her a crime, Your Honor?
Well, if you're sure it's okay.
Wait, what? Just a minute? Would the prosecution care to explain the witness's, paraphernalia?
Yes. She's a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade.
And that would be?
My name is Okla Orly. I am employed as a waitress in the Borscht Boat Club restaurant.
Then why the camera?
Of course, it's my pride to serve the borscht, but that is the naming of the restaurant. But I also perform, how it said, other services.
I take it one of those other services. Other services you're talking about, the customer's picture?
Dah. Like for example, like this one.
That's the defendant.
Indeed, on the night of the murder, man with white hat is the one who gone kaput.
Indeed. That is the victim. Order! This is quite a piece of evidence to casually drop into our laps.
It's the same way as cold bowls of the borscht on the laps of customers casually.
Then the court will casually accept the new evidence.
Now, witness, where were you the time of the murder? I was in room, the hideout, where would they call it?
Excuse me? The hideout?
It is the room where famous gangsters and bad guy was arrested. It's the room where murder took place.
What?
You look utter surprised. It is lovely. I will post by courtroom door later for you. Dah. Photos will be numbered and you will write which one you want in a copy of.
So there was 3 people in the room of the time of the crime? The victim, the Shady Smith, Mr. Wright. Oka Orley, the witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, that means... Very well, witness. You will testify to the court about the night of the events.
That night, customers asked me to deal cards for a game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Dah. The victim, he played the whole time with his hands on locket of his neck, on his neck. Then last hand is done, but something terrible had happened, Dah. That man flew at him, and then they're strangling him to death.
Who won the game?
Isn't it obvious the winner was the victim, Mr. Smith?
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Right can't lose. Justice, maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hasn't lost in 7 years.
Take it from the kid. Take it from you, kid. I didn't lose the case in my first 7 years as prosecutor either. Indirectly, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay on the very moment of the crime. The hands of the chips are on this side belong to the defendant, Mr. Wright. And the other side belong to the victim, Mr. Smith.
Chips, you say?
Dah. I mean, yes. Imagine that poker is a war. Your hands is your army, and the chips are the spoils.
I know that. After all, in my youth, I'm the poker hand of courtroom number 3.
I think he means poker face.
Looking at those pictures, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim's side of the table. You were dealing cards. Do you do that often?
Dah, I'm doing this. I am doing this. If customer wishes, I serve anything. Borscht, cards, more borscht. It is my work. Dah.
It's good to hear of a place that hasn't forgotten the meaning of service.
Welcome to your Borscht Boat Club, where the borscht is warm and you're as the waitress is.
Thank you for not handing out the flyers during cross-examination.
It was cold. Both players played with hats on. Dah.
Dah. We'll figure this one out later. Dah. Bye.